All right, next topic on our agenda is MV Realty. I'm going to go briefly on this. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I do want you to know about something. This is a really big deal. First off, I ran my own brokerage for 12 years. I have a ton of respect for anybody who comes into our business to start a new real estate brokerage. I have so much respect for them because I know how hard it is to do. I know how hard it is to be successful at it. I know how hard it is to build a team of agents that are all rowing the boat the same direction. We were fortunate in our brokerage that in a short period of time, we started brand new. I actually started it in a third bedroom of my home, and then we moved into an office location after a couple of years, and we grew that brokerage rapidly. We grew that brokerage to be recognized in the Phoenix area as one of the top 25 residential real estate brokerages in the entire city. There were over 4,000 registered brokerages at that time. And that's a lot of brokerages. There's a lot of them that were just maybe one person or two people or five people. Some of them were running out of homes. There were a lot of independent self-employed brokers as well. But there were 4,000 registered brokers, and we hit the top 25 list by the Phoenix Business Journal. So I was pretty proud of that. We did it 3 years in a row. And we did it through things like we're doing right now. We were very collaborative. We got together a lot, and we talked a lot about how to build our business. So anytime I see another brokerage trying to follow that model and build a brokerage or start a brokerage and build a business, I have a lot of respect for what they're doing. MV Realty is one of them. I have respect for what they do, and I just have some questions about what they do because there's something on here that's drawing a lot of attention right now nationwide. This brokerage, I'm going to click on our team. I'm just going to scroll enough for you to see Alabama, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky. It keeps going. Now, they don't have every state, but I think they're in, I counted them, I think there's 38 or 39 states that they are represented in, which again, that's well beyond what I did. I was local in the Phoenix, Arizona area. I did not go outside of my state, so again, I applaud any brokerage that's come along and done something like this. But I want to talk about one thing that they're doing, which is what's getting a lot of press right now. And unfortunately, it's getting a lot of negative press. It's getting a lot of press that's potentially legal issues that could bite them. I don't know. I'm not an attorney, so I'm not trying to make a legal opinion about this. But I want to point something out. This is their homepage, and it talks about joining our innovative homeowner benefit program. So the word innovative itself always catches my mind or my attention because my mind is focused on how can we do things differently. You know, how can we get more people involved? How can we get more people engaged in what we're doing? And so innovation is huge. I spend a lot of time reading and studying innovation in business, and specifically the real estate business, and what we can do, you know, to become more creative in the ways we solve problems for our clients. So that just jumped out off the page to me. But they talk about something called the Homeowner Benefit Program. And that is up here on their menu at the top of their website, Homeowner Benefit Program. I'm going to click on that. Now, I think we all know what a buyer-broker agreement is. A buyer-broker agreement or an exclusive buyer program, or exclusive buyer, let me say it right, exclusive buyer agreement. Sorry about that. That is when you sign an agreement with a buyer that says that that buyer will work exclusively with you to find a home. They won't work with another agent. And if they do work with another agent and they use another agent, you will be compensated. Those agreements are hard to enforce, what I've learned over the years. They're hard to enforce because they're not necessarily a legally recorded document. All right, just take that for what I said, and let's look at this website, because what they're doing here is different. First off, they're not talking about dealing with buyers. They're talking about dealing with sellers. And so what this creative program is all about is they are approaching sellers. They're approaching, actually, I shouldn't say sellers, they're approaching homeowners. So they're not sellers yet. They'll be sellers one day, we hope, or they hope, but they're not sellers today. So they're homeowners today and maybe likely to sell in the next few years, and they're being approached, and they're being offered cash to sign an agreement to list their home with MV Realty when the time comes to sell. So let me play that out in real world words for you, and we'll just maybe role play that. So imagine if I were calling you. You own your home. You've been in your home for 10 years. You're not planning to sell anytime immediate. You've got some equity in your home, which doesn't really matter, but let's just say that you do. And I call you and I say, Mrs. Smith, hi, my name is Dennis Jones, and I work with MV Realty, and we want to offer you $4,000 cash. In fact, you can have it quickly, $4,000 cash. All we ask that you do is sign an agreement that when the time comes that you're going to sell your home, you will list it with our brokerage. We have an office right there in your state, and we will be your listing agent. Our fees are going to be very competitive with what other fees are, so it's not like you're going to pay more later because you're doing this with us now. We're just trying to grow in your area, and so we're willing to give you a cash incentive today to make a commitment to work with us when the time comes that you want to sell. Now, I'm going to confess, I haven't been a part of one of those phone calls. I haven't been involved in one of those phone calls. MV Realty is here in the state of Arizona where I work, and I haven't personally run into them yet, but there are a lot of people I know who have. Let's look at this website. Homeowners receive cash. Homeowners receive cash with the Homeowner Benefit Program. No obligation to sell your home. A 40-year agreement, long-term relationship. We already said that they would, right here it says MV Realty's Homeowner Benefit Program offers between $300 and $5,000 cash. The reason for the spread there is $300 would be a lower priced home, $5,000 would be a higher priced home. I don't know what low and what high is, but that's the range. The least they'll pay is $300, the most they'll pay is $5,000. But when you receive that money, you are agreeing to sign this 40-year agreement. So what is that 40-year agreement? It's right here. When you sign the homeowner benefit agreement, a memorandum will be filed in the county where the property is located. Okay, stop. They're going to record the document against your property at the county recorder's office. That's a little different than a buyer-broker agreement. This is a seller's agreement that is now attached to your property. And it goes on to say that the purpose of the memorandum is to serve public notice of the homeowner's obligations under the HBP agreement. And then it goes on to say what those obligations are. In the event you sell your home without an agent or with another brokerage, you will owe a termination fee equal to the amount of the commission. All right. Now, this website is many pages, and there's a whole FAQ list down here, frequently asked questions. You can take time and look through it yourself. But let me just say this. Here's what's going on, and here's why I wanted to bring it up on this training call, this sales training call. If you have a listing that you're getting ready to take, and of course, look first at their website and go to our team page and see if they are in your state, all right? Because they aren't in every state. They're in mine. There's Arizona. And there's a lot of other states that they're in. So make sure that if they're in your state and you're about to take a listing, here's my recommendation. Contact your title company. Hope you have a great relationship with a title company. I do. I have a great relationship with a title company. I can pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, I'm getting ready to list 123 Main Street. Can you run a search on that and see if there's any documents recorded against this address from MV Realty? All right. What I want to know is, did these sellers sign something and get a check? Because if they did, I'm hosed. There's other ways I could say that, but this video is going to float around, so I'll try to use clean language. I'm in trouble. There's not going to be any way I can sell this home and eliminate that seller's obligation to pay 3% of the sales price to MV Realty. So they would have my commission as the listing agent, they would have a buyer's commission, and then they would have a 3% commission to MV Realty. Hello, I'm out, right? I mean, that's gonna be really hard. And what I've learned since I heard about this is there are many transactions. You can Google this. Just Google MV Realty. You'll see hundreds of links of lawsuits that are currently going on, and they're pretty tight. These documents are pretty tight. This isn't something that was casually done. This was written by attorneys, recorded by title companies, with the county recorder office in our county. It's Maricopa County. These are documents that are going to be hard for you to dance around and get your seller out of trouble. But if you are about to get into that situation, I would contact your managing broker, your designated broker, whoever it is that you are working under in your office, and let them know about this. And especially if the title company or anyone that you use to search that chain of title and understand if there are any documents that are outstanding that would need to be addressed prior to a close of escrow on a new owner taking over ownership of that property. And I'm trying to choose my words in a way here. I know there's people all across the country that are listening to this video, so not everyone operates the same way we do in Arizona. Point being, this could come up and bite you, all right? And if you need a deeper explanation than I've given you, I would encourage you to go to MV Realty and read about it. That homeowner benefit program is in the upper right menu of their homepage. Check it out. They've done a really good job of being innovative and creative, but I'm not sure the future of that. I don't know how that's going to play out in the long run. So just kind of keep your eye on that, and we'll see what happens, all right?